Let's begin with the concept of domicile in India. Article Pa of the Constitution of India states that at the commencement of the Constitution, every person who has their domicile in the territory of India shall be a citizen of India. Domicile essentially refers to a person's permanent home or residence. To prove this, a domicile or residence certificate is issued by the respective state or union territory. This certificate is crucial for availing quotas in educational institutions. Dual citizenship is a unique form of multiple nationality, where a person can hold citizenship in two countries simultaneously, enjoying rights such as voting in both nations. However, not all countries permit dual citizenship. For example, Canada, Russia, France, Israel, the United Kingdom, the United States and Australia allow it, while China, India, Philippines and Germany forbid it. In India, the law does not allow dual citizenship, meaning an Indian citizen cannot hold. Dual citizenship comes with several advantages, especially for business travelers. It allows easier access to visas and permission, reducing time spent on travel formality. Dual passport holders can benefit from both countries, including financial perks and access to restricted areas. However, there are also challenges, such as dual military obligation, where a person might be required to serve in the military of both countries if mandatory. Nationality also determined. Countries manage dual citizenship differently, reflecting their approach to immigration and diversity. The differential exclusionary model accepts immigrants as temporary workers, but restricts other forms of immigration and naturalization. The assimilationist model grants citizenship to immigrants, but requires them to abandon cultural, linguistic or social differences. The multicultural model allows immigrants to retain their cultural identity and grants equal rights without forcing. Refugee is someone who flees their country due to persecution, political unrest or fear for their safety. Refugees are often referred to as asylum seekers until their status is recognized by the host country. World Refugee Day, observed on June BS, highlights the plight of refugees worldwide. Reasons for refugee crises include persecution, climate change, and economic collapse. Refugees may risk their lives on dangerous journeys, such as the boat people seeking say. India has a long history of hosting refugees from various regions. Zoroastrians from Iran migrated due to religious persecution, and their descendants are known as Iranian. The partition of India led to a massive population exchange, with millions crossing borders for religious safety. Tibetan refugees, following the Dalai Lama, have settled in India since 1959, with the government providing assistance. Afghan refugees arrived after the Soviet invasion. International law plays a crucial role in protecting refugees. The 1951 United Nations Convention relating to the status of refugees, the 1967 Protocol, and the 1969 OAU Convention address refugee rights and specific regional issues. The 1974 UN Declaration on the Protection of Women and Children in Emergency and Armed Conflict further strengthens protection. Agency. Commonwealth of Nations, formerly the British Commonwealth, is an intergovernmental organization of 21 independent member states. It promotes democracy, human rights, good governance and world peace. Commonwealth citizenship refers to nationals of member country, but each country determines the privileges for non-national. In India, Commonwealth citizens can enter with a passport, but do not enjoy constitutional protections reserved for Indian citizens, since amendments to the Citizenship by naturalization is granted to individuals who meet specific qualifications, such as residency, good character, and knowledge of an Indian language. The central government may waive conditions for those who have rendered distinguished service in fields like science, art, or world peace. Applicants must renounce previous citizenship and intend to reside or serve in India. The process involves taking an oath of allegiance, and the government may consider special circumstances for eligible. Qualify for naturalization in India. An applicant must not be a citizen of a country that prevents Indians from becoming citizens. They must undertake to renounce their previous citizenship, have resided in India for at least 12 months before applying, and have lived or served in India for 11 years out of the past 15. Good character and knowledge of an Indian language are essential, and the applicant must intend to reside or serve in India. The government may relax these requirements. Asylum is derived from Latin words meaning not seized and refers to a place of refuge and protection. Political asylum provides shelter for those at risk from their own government. There are two types: territorial asylum, granted within a state's territory, and extraterritorial or diplomatic asylum, granted in embassies or vessels outside the territory. Territorial asylum is an exercise of sovereignty, while diplomatic asylum requires the host state acquiescence. Asylum ends where modern citizenship aims to create free and equal citizens, disregarding inequalities of culture, caste, gender, or race. Citizens are seen as rights-bearing individuals, with equality before the law. Th. Marshall described citizenship as encompassing civil, political, and social dimensions, requiring a sense of community and loyalty. Mark Steinberg emphasized citizenship as a result of class struggle and transactions between individuals and the state. Modern citizenship. Multiple citizenship means being recognized as a citizen by more than one country. Countries have different criteria and policies for citizenship, including investment, retirement, marriage, children, and migrant worker. Types include subnational citizenship, which apply at regional level, supranational citizenship, such as EU or Commonwealth, and overseas citizenship, which is not full citizenship in India. Multiple citizenship offers benefits like visa-free travel, social. Deportation, derived from Latin, refers to expelling a person from a country. It can be external, involving foreigners, or internal, involving national. External deportation is reserved for foreigners who commit crimes, overstay visas, or lose legal status. The process is often administrative, with limited legal rights. International law allows states to exclude or expel aliens at will, unless bound by treaties. Article 30 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political. India, the Supreme Court has clarified that foreigners' fundamental rights are limited to life and liberty under Article 21 and do not include the right to reside or stay, which is reserved for citizens under Article 19A. Bangladesh nationals who illegally cross into India have no legal right to remain and are liable to be deported. Deportation is an exercise of territorial sovereignty, and international law does not prohibit mass expulsion of aliens. The process.